welcome, and thank you so much for stopping by, for choosing to invest a few minutes every day with me and episode 80 of No Cash Clash. Fellow fans of Clash of Clans, yes, 80 episodes in, and we are cruising through Town Hall 9. I have an important question to ask you a little bit later in the episode, and yes, also I am realizing that I'm being penalized for rushing. We will talk about that. Now, I know I claim not to have really rushed, and although I didn't rush defenses, walls, or heroes, the lab is another story, and, well, that's what I have to ask you guys about. You'll see later on in this episode, you may be alarmed by something you see on the screen, okay? Some of you are going to be pretty upset. I'm just going to warn you, okay? Hide the children, and try not to yell and scream when you see it. But, okay, when we get to that, I'll warn you as well. Okay, so this is Galadon using low-level Go-wee-wee, okay? Golems, wizards, and wait, no, that's Go-va-wee. Okay, I don't even know. See? Golem, oh, great. Balloons. See, that's, come on. No, this is terrible. Okay, so I don't ever compensate or allow for there to be CC troops. So even though they were low-level balloons, the only thing that is going to try to stop them is the witches' attacks, right? They're going to try to stop the balloons. The balloons get a lot of splash damage, and this attack doesn't exactly go as planned. Now, of course, had I decided to max out the lab before I went to Town Hall 9, we probably wouldn't be having these problems, and I wouldn't have this bottleneck that is the lab. And that, of course, means by far the last thing to be ready to upgrade to Town Hall 10 is going to be the lab. We're done with walls. We're, more than 3/4 of the way through the heroes, or about 3/4 of the way through the heroes. Defenses, I would say we're about halfway, or, okay, almost halfway. We'll take a look at the progress base, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. The problem is, I'm tempted to rush the lab again to Town Hall 10, and I'll show you in a couple of minutes what I'm talking about specifically. But here's where I need your advice, but there's a big asterisk next to my account, and what I mean is, remember that this is not the average Clash player's account. This account is not being played only for that player's enjoyment. It's being played for your enjoyment, right? We're trying to make this an entertaining series, and we did get to a point where watching 500,000 dragon attacks or balloonian attacks is not going to be the most exciting thing to watch, so I've tried to mix things up, and without a power potion, we have lower level troops and we don't have a lot of success. I mean, that's pitiful, 38%, but whatever. Okay, so, you know, if we rush the lab, that's a penalty. But at the same time, the penalty to the viewer of not rushing is boredom, and I don't want you guys to be bored. Okay, speaking of bored and changing things up, take a look. 2,574 trophies, Crystal 1. I will admit to you guys that for a few days, I had decided, hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to push to champion. I'm going to get those gems for 3,200 trophies and use them at Town Hall 9. And then I thought, wait a minute, I don't have heroes. So, okay, the opposite is true. Instead of deciding to go to 3,200 trophies, we decided to go ahead and drop. And what I'll do is we'll drop trophies, but we will come back. And around the time the heroes max, that is the time that I anticipate getting back up to around this level, around Crystal 1. And then we will push. And then we will try new attack strategies. Queen walks, we'll have the heroes to help out with whatever attacks we want to execute. They'll both be at 30-30, because I will insist on this. Although maybe it's okay to rush some things a little bit, please don't ever rush your heroes. You will regret it. And don't rush your walls because it looks terrible. I mean, just, okay, so here we go. I have 60 goblins. If you don't like flashing lights, look away, because these 60 goblins are being used to lose 60 battles so that we lose several thousand trophies. Now remember, we didn't have heroes available, so I couldn't use the heroes to drop trophies. I actually had to drop a unit, a troop each time, and now here we are, 1,300 trophies less. We're down to Silver 1, and this is the progress base. So we're at Silver 1. We're going to explore down here and see what it's like, and we're also going to see how long it takes to get back up to where we were. I feel like naturally we will actually start winning some defenses, maybe. Wait a minute, what? Hey, where did he get over here, Barb King? He's going down again. Remember the rule. Until they hit 30, they need to be constantly being worked on. Oh man, 4.5 days. But there it is, Barbarian King, On his way to 26, feels good because 30 is right around the corner. And the Archer Queen, she's got to catch up. She's now 2 levels behind. Back at the builder base, yes, not going to bore you with dirty baby dragon spam, but that is what's happening over and over and over again. We're struggling a little bit. Obviously, you can see right here, we're upgrading the battle machine. So without the battle machine, things are a little bit tougher. But surprisingly, it just comes down to careful deployment of these baby dragons. You're going to get some pretty good numbers, even though it was, not that great. The base held off, and we picked up another victory. And let's see here. No more upgrades today for the... Yeah, okay. Boost it, we'll come back. So that's just a quick progress report over there. Still hovering around 2,000 trophies. Back at home, another builder has come free. And check it out, a cannon is fully maxed out. So that's good. We'll get him over there to the completed side for the first time, along with the bomb tower. We've got a couple more defenses that need to move here. And there we go. So that is, and just making sure that's maxed out. And then the Archer Tower. By the way, the Town Hall 8 versus Town Hall 9 defenses, oh my gosh, just looks so much better. The Wizard Tower, not only the color, but just the construction, the physics, the architecture of it looks so much more intimidating. And now I'm kind of up in the air. Did walls look better, or would maxed out defenses at Town Hall 9 look better? I don't know about that one. So we'll go ahead and drop another go wipe. So again, trying to find bases that aren't too much of a challenge for, again, my non-power potion using non-upgraded go wipe and go wee wee and those type of attacks. And, I don't really want to use too many power potions just because they are expensive. They're hard to come by. So we tried it. It was modestly successful. Again, if you find a dead base or a rushed base, you're going to have more success. We're just kind of goofing around at this point because I'm so far ahead on loot of upgrades. And that is, again, where I need to talk to you guys. We need to have a serious conversation, Galafam, about what we're going to do. Because, I've reached a point in the game at Town Hall 9 where I'm going to have nearly maxed out storages forever. Like, from this point forward, the builders are never going to be able to keep up with the loot generation if I'm playing every single day. So, if you think about it, that leads to multiple millions of loot being wasted, which leads to possibly things that need to be done. And that's where I wanted to ask you guys. Let's go ahead and get this attack done, and we will talk about what we're going to do with this free builder. And hold on here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we ran out of time. So we ran out of time, and this, of course, was because I have lower level troops. So again, argument against rushing is, hey, Galadon, your lab is way behind. Argument for rushing is, hey, Galadon, you're going to waste millions and millions in loot. Why not use that loot on Town Hall 10 upgrades? Okay, there we go. Another pretty good raid, although the dark wasn't really there. That's one thing I have noticed about Silver League is the dark is just not present way down here. So here's the question. We've got a lot of loot. We've got a free builder. What is the best upgrade to do right now? The suggested upgrade, Clash of Clans told me to upgrade to Town Hall 10. It said it. It actually said this is what I'm supposed to do. So for every other player out there that just reads that doesn't go to social media or YouTube for any advice or input, it's time to go to Town Hall 10, right? It said it in the game, people. It can't be wrong. The game would not mislead me. The game said to go to Town Hall 10, so I'm going to go to Town... Okay, so obviously you see the issue here, right? The game is suggesting at this point to go to Town Hall 10. I'm not sure at what point that became the suggestion, if it wanted the walls first, if it wanted a few of the defenses first. It's honestly the first time I've looked there and seen that it said Town Hall 10 is the suggested upgrade. Obviously, it is not something we are going to do yet, but that's where I wanted to ask you, do you think that maybe we should consider rushing even more than just the lab? So this is the point where I turn to you, the viewer, the Galafam who sticks around all the way to the Blizzlefrist of episodes to let me know what you think should be done. In the comments, of course, I'll be reading them. Here are the possibilities. Here are the choices. A, do not rush at all, Galadon. Let me know if you see somebody else that said that. Thumbs it up if that's what you agree on. But remember, it could make for a pretty boring series for a couple of months as we finish every single bomb, trap, and mine. The next choice would be to rush just the lab. Everything else has to be completed except for the lab can be a little bit rushed, and that's usually what I suggest, as long as at least one set of raiding troops is already maxed out. Then the next choice would be to rush the lab and the bombs, traps, and mines. Let's not worry about those and go to Town Hall 10. Then the next choice after that would be to rush the lab, the bombs, traps, mines, and some of the defenses before they're maxed out. And then last but not least would be rush everything as it is right now, even rush the heroes a little bit, which I really would advise against. I'm leaning towards some choices in the middle, but I want to know what you guys think. I can't promise you that we won't rush at least a little, but I am eager to hear the feedback from the viewers, especially, again, viewers that stay for all 10 minutes of the videos, because honestly, you guys count more. Okay, let's go ahead and count some trophies. 2421 down to 1199. Ouch. The builder base trophies stay about the same at 2,000. The net gems grew a little bit. We got 11 new gems. And then, of course, the hero levels, the Barb King picks up 1 level. The Queen has some catching up to do. The gold grab, elixir escapade, and heroic heist numbers continue to grow, but slowly. And for next goals, it's all about taking a look at these leagues, seeing how it feels, but knowing that I need to move back up to where I was eventually. So let me know, Galafam. I'll be all over these comments on this video, and thank you for making it all the way to the end. You're the true Galafam, and I love thinking about, appreciate every single one of you every single day. So stay inside, stay home, wash your hands, be kind to other people, animals, and planet. I'll see you back here again tomorrow for Waffle Text. Galadon, for what it's worth, I say you go straight to Town Hall 12.